We are in. This is it. This is the finals. Best of 3. VGR versus BDL Game 1 for the SparkNet League of Legends tournament. I don't know if you guys are excited, but I am. BDL beat VGR in the first round of this tournament. They haven't had the luxury to go up against them again, but I'm hopeful. Is my mic out? Yeah, it is. It's turned on. Yeah, it is. No massive amounts of problems for me. Rengar, Blitzcrank, Diana. Rengar, pretty obvious ban. Diana might be targeted at BDL, but I don't see it being. There goes the Amumu ban as well. Powerful in team fights and a good jungler. Great ganker. Blitzcrank and Singed are targeted bans. VGR are very, very good with Singed, Raw particularly. And Blitzcrank in general, just a stomper. Ezreal going to be banned as well, so going to be denied by both teams. Thinking Wolf will pick up Jace, but I still don't think that's a great idea. But he's very, very confident with Jace. He's more used to burst ADCs rather than sustained attack damage ADCs. Sustained auto attack damage ADCs. Cho'Gath insta locked in by VGR. Really, really powerful in a VGR comp. Touch Your Kids hovering on Alistair. By the way, SparkNet Internet Cafe that we're doing this tournament in is just friggin' amazing. It's the newest internet cafe, so they've got all of the newest technologies and crap, and it's actually working really well. We haven't had a single technological error like we always have in all of these tournaments. So this has just been going great. I'm really impressed. Looks like the lock-in is going to be on Skarner and Alistair. Alistair is quite often banned. He's a really amazing support. We'll see what kind of ADC combo they're going with. There's the Jace going out from Wolf. I knew he'd pick Jace. I don't see him ever going Vayne or Corki or anything like that. Right in the Jace. And of course that Skarner jungle for BDL as well. Powerful for misplacing in teamfights. Really good ganker and jungler with his ultimate. Yunma with a stun going out for Taric. They have been supporting, ADC support with Taric and Jace quite recently. They're doing this a lot in tournaments. I don't know why. It hasn't worked out amazingly for them. I mean, it did for them for one game. For two, well, technically for 2 games. I don't know, but really not too many people are afraid of Jace ADC. And BDL told me themselves they're pretty much fine with it. And Tommy NZ88 saying Yee goes Yunma, so he's gonna have a shout out for Yunma. You're gonna try and counter that Jace pick with a Graves pick. So if he does lock in on that Graves, if Jace does get hit off by Alistair, we may possibly see quite an easy kill for them. They could have an easy time bot lane just because of that Alistair. I'm talking about BDL. They can have quite an easy time bot lane, especially early game. Late game, Yunma will really pick up his Taric, and I don't really know how Jace will go. Jace has been a gamble for VGR. He's either really good or completely shut down. Tupaka Clip's going to be trying out Olaf top. This is incredibly strong. Very, very good chasing power with his axe and his slows. It's going to be countered by Shen top, of course. Because Shen wasn't banned. But you see, you're noticing they're not actually going Morgana mid. They're going to be going Cho'Gath mid, because that was so successful in their last game against HTC. They're going to run with it. And I think they're going to put Raw in mid in that case. And Rice Cake's just going to go for... Well, ADMT Rebirth is going to go for top as Shen, and we're going to see Rice Cakes jungling Lee Sin. But who knows? These teams do random things anyway. Token going to be locking in potentially as Orianna to deal with that Cho'Gath mid. Cho'Gath mid really just needs range and mobility to try and get past him. I would say TF is quite a solid pick. Ari, sort of. Way prefer TF over that though. He can't decide. He's not going to let me give a chance to talk about it before he picks it. No. In terms of jungler, Lee Sin really quite quick and quite dominant in the jungle. Skarner's quite quick too. Oh, going to lock in as Morgana. He's going to have a lot of hard time dealing with knockups from Cho'Gath, but she does have her shield, so if Morgana is able to shield properly, she's not going to have any trouble in lane with Cho'Gath. But if Cho'Gath initiates with a silence, then his knockup's going to do him a lot of good. Yeah, they are sticking ADMT Rebirth mid, so Ra's going to be back at top. It's not going to be the other way around. They are sticking with Rebirth mid. Rice Cakes, Dawn, Jungle, Lee Sin. Seen quite a lot of Lee Sins. Let's see where this goes. In terms of team fight and control, they're quite equal. Over on BDL, I do have Skarner, which can misplace people, and Alistar, which can misplace people quite easily. And talking just about to Pucker Clips, his Olaf ult can be insane in a team fight, especially against Cho'Gath's knock-up, that taunt from Shin and the stun from Taric. Go the delay remaining sitting 255, just going to sit you into the champ select, give you a better idea of what's going on. So you don't need to look at a big picture of my face. Yeah, the team fight control I would give to BDL this round, but for map presence and lane dominance, I'm going for VGR purely for BDL because of Morgana and Alistar, and I really feel that Olaf is going to get far more tanky than Shen. But you never really know depending on how the Shen and the Olaf build. Of course, you don't really know depending on how they build, but still, I'm giving that to Olaf purely because of his ult. And Shen is just naturally tanky, so Olaf overall for tankiness. But yeah, they have just way more CC and displacement than VGR, and I think VGR has more map presence, especially with Shen ult. And having ADMT Rebirth as mid gives them lots of opportunities for ganks. Morgana can gank lanes pretty well, but Cho'Gath is definitely better with that, with his silence and knock-up. Just a bit more disruption than Morgana, but Morgana can come in and do probably more damage, and if she gets her ult off, she can have that disruption. But especially if it's Ez, you can't disrupt that. You can't with Morgana. That's just pointless. You see him flash away way too many times. Unless you bind him and then he's dead. Look at the summoner spells. Very aggressive over for VGR. Looking at 3 ignites and all flash, of course. Why not? Graves on BDL is actually opting to go for a cleanse, so he's trying not to be ganked. So that's of course a complete counter to that Taric. That's going to help him out in lane quite a lot. Hopefully his farm isn't reduced because of that. And Ghost going out from Olaf. I'm not sure. I don't really see Ghost on Olaf over Flash. I mean, it can be helpful, but he has those slows, so I don't know. By the way, guys, see if you can get any of your mates on the stream, and we can bump this up to I don't know, like 20th or 20,000th place in Twitch.tv, and people will just come on and join naturally, because we are trying to grow League of Legends New Zealand esports over here. And I hope you guys are up for respecting that and growing up with me as well, because I'm going to be working really, really hard to do that. This is one of the things that I'm trying to do that. I do have other casters in a lineup, but all of them play in the tournament, so it's kind of hard to get them casting with me when they're playing. Perkle is one of them, that Graves. He's a really good shoutcaster, loves shoutcasting with me. Always up for it. And he's got really great insight in the teams as well. Delay remaining is now sitting at 0, so I'm going to pop straight into the loading screen. Get this all up and going for you guys. There it is. I have a muffin sitting there waiting for me. I don't eat my muffin. Hopefully I don't start bleeding in the middle of this game as well. I won't. My leg's still attached, guys. My leg is still attached. I'm actually surprised they didn't go Gragas mid compared to Cho. I mean, Cho is far more tanky and he has a lot of disruption, but I just feel like Gragas worked a lot better for 8MT Rebirth. Pause going out. We're going to look at some changing key bindings. So just hold up for that. And their resolutions. Resultino change! Resultino change from Jace. Resolution, there he goes. I like Resultino more. Cool, they all swept it up. These computers are pretty damn quick, so they switch up the resolution pretty quickly. Good luck, have fun. Honor, please! I bet these guys have played. These guys have played with each other heaps, so I'm thinking the honor is pretty straight up. Well, look at it changes the mids and the supports. There we go. Everything's actually done for me. Sweet. I'm going to put the mids up there for you because you don't want to look at these supports as much. Okay! Moving straight up to this. Both teams converging straight on mid. What are these guys going to do? They're looking for a direct invade. Morgana has spotted the invade. Rice Cakes might be able to get a lucky Sonic Wave out. But their team hasn't grouped up enough, even though Tarek has warded their blue. They are looking to invade blue because they have warded their own. So keep a note on that. They're really looking to invade enemy blue. VGR is looking to invade BDL blue because of that ward. Looks like they've been forced back because they were sighted though. That's quite sad that they put that ward down there and they're not going to be able to go through with that blue. That's quite a waste of a ward. Just protecting red for now.
Minions have spawned.
There goes minions. Pretty standard jungle presence for both teams at the moment and extremely standard builds. What more can you say about that, honestly? Boots and health pots all around. The junglers pretty even. Jace managed to get both of those golems down at bot. You won't be